Hello everybody, and welcome back to some Enigmatica 6 Expert Mode. You guys are interrupting my introduction. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode we got together and we started using our crushing wheels. We got everything together and we made our coke oven. And as you can see, we've got quite a bit of creosote out of this. I let it run for a little while. And we've got us a bit of coal coke. So that has that quest now complete. Wherever that quest may be. We've got storage quests we need to do. Fluid tank. They give us some pipes. We'll go into that in just a second. But our coke oven's now complete. Coke taken care of. We made this guy right here, the basic fluid tank, is just its regular recipe. There's nothing fancy to it. Just a bit of iron and redstone. That's all it took. That's what we did. We made it. And I've just been slowly bucketing it out because we don't have a real good way of transferring the stuff out just yet. So, what are we doing today? Today, we are going to start down our process of our next bit of mechanical mayhem. We're going to work on getting our induction smelter. Shouldn't be too bad for us to do. This stuff can go away for the time being. We're going to work on our induction smelter. We should be able to do all this. It's going to take a little bit of work. With that, we'll be able to start getting latex. We'll be able to start getting into making dry rubber. And with that, cured rubber. To get into tar producing stuff, we're going to need tar to get into this right here. Our smoldering lapis compound. This is our next step in getting into we need the superheated stuff to, well, that's not what I want, to do compressed iron. And that's how we get into pneumatic craft. And we got to get into pneumatic craft to get a little bit further into immersive engineering. If we go into our immersive engineering quest, to get blast furnace, we can do. We just got to get the stuff to do it, and we're fine. We'll probably get to that today so we can start making our first bit of steel. Engineer's workbench, so we can start making components. We have to make the blueprint, and the blueprints we can't do until we get into a bit of pneumatic craft. And we need, because we need this guy, which can be made inside of the blast furnace. We may not have to get into pneumatic craft, but we do need to get tar before we get anywhere. So that is where we are at. Making tar. So first things first, we can set the induction smelter. We need an arboreal extractor. Tree fertilizer, easy enough to get. We just need a bit of coral. We can get coral. We have our stuff out there. We need some kind of tree, jungle tree or acacia tree. I have acacia trees. We've got this here. We can do all this. I just got to break all this stuff and do it. This doesn't give us as much latex as doing it the other way. And then we need the fluid encapsulator. I don't see anything that we can't do just yet. The fluid encapsulator is what we are going to need. I forget why we need that. Tiny dry rubber. That's what we need. That and the latex and the fluid encapsulator gives us our dry rubber. Our dry rubber, we can get plastic, which means we can get started with immersive engineering. And then we need more sulfur, and we can turn it into cured rubber. So induction smelter, arboreal extractor, fluid encapsulator. So the dried rubber part of this is first, because in order to do this, we need the fluid cell frame. And no, that doesn't actually need that. It is the actual fluid cell itself that needs the cured rubber. Alright, so now that we've got all that out of the way, we've also going to have to make us another Stirling dynamo. Because this is right now the only way we have of powering anything. We are going to set it up, and we are going to be using wiring from Immersive Engineering. This is not too bad to do. I wish there was another way of making the copper wires. There is not right this minute. This is the way we're going to have to do it, and it's the expensive way. So I'm going to get to crafting. I got a lot of crafting to do. I'll be back. Alright, so we got our induction smelter now complete. So we're going to place this guy right there. We'll place this guy right here. And that is how we're going to wind up just chaining these guys together for the time being. And I'm going to need a whole lot more copper wire than what I've got right this minute. I thought I had enough. I'll be back. Alright, so now we've got these guys hooked up. Basically, all you gotta do is right click on each one of them and it'll work. Should be able to give this guy a little bit, and he should be getting some power now. Now that we've got the induction smelter, some things will get a little bit easier. I was hoping we could make Invar with this, but it doesn't look like that's possible. Recipe. Invar, redstone furnace, induction smelter. Okay, so we can. Alright, so we don't have to do the blasting for the Invar anymore. So beautiful. We've got that quest done. Of course, that give us nothing. We do have another quest down here for the wiring that give us some more connectors, and nothing here. I thought there was one here. Alright. Never mind. Alright, so now on to our next bit of this, which is going to be, we can get rid of the induction smelter, we can get rid of the blast furnace. We need to make the arboreal extractor. Andesite casings we've already worked with. Fluid tanks needs copper casings, which is just more copper plates. Faucet is just iron and some sticks. Fluid pipes is just more copper. We've got the ability to do all that. The tree fertilizer, we need flowers, we need bone meal, which we've got, and then we need coral. I've got to go get some coral. So, let me tell you, having a fish farm is awesome. Because I can just run over there and get books. And if I don't have a book, I can let it run for a little while and get the book that we need. I probably don't have enough XP for this. I do not. We've got to get some more XP. So let's do that. Alright, so here we go. We got what coral we should need. I had remembered seeing coral, and I got to looking at our map, and there wasn't any that we had found in the ocean. What I had found was here in this little bitty pond, which is nice. There are sharks over there. I do not like that. But we've got what coral we should need to do what we need to do. And I'm going to take this, and we need to get rid of some stuff. That can go away. The potato can go away. I think we're good. Alright, now, time to head home. Alright, so, undoubtedly I don't know coral. These are coral fans, and they don't do us a bit of good. So I went back over there. There was one piece of the branch coral that we was able to get, and there we go. Tree fertilizer is now got. I just got to get all this other stuff together. Alright, so we are back. We have our latex squared away. We've got our acacia log. You have to watch exactly what it is that you... but I don't think we have the not spawning on trees thing. But anyways, you got to watch what you are using this for. If we show recipes, different woods give you different things. Sap, resin, liquid chorus, latex is what we want. There's other things, I think. Well, that gives us mineral resin. That gives us blood. That would be a good one to find. That would be pretty cool. Anyways, but so we got that going, and it also uses fertilizer to produce production. So I went and done a little mining over here in this here hill for some apatite. Got a bunch of apatite. Matter of fact, I still have a bunch of apatite. It is right here. We got a bunch of it. So with a stack of these and a stack of the potassium nitrate, a stack of sand, and a stack of bone meal, maybe? Or no, 2 stacks of apatite, sand, and potassium nitrate gives us 8 stacks. So we've got a whole bunch of phytogrow. We need a bunch of it anyways for stuff. But anyways, this thing is working out great. I do have this set up where it is just got the encased fan turning very slowly. It's not producing, not turning a whole lot, but it's doing enough to keep this thing empty and these guys filled up, so we have at least a little bit of a backup. And if it's still we need more, I can break these and go on about our business. We can put some new ones down till we get into some bigger tanks. So that is now done. We have a few quests to complete. One for the fluid tank for create. That give us some more food, which is always great. I love getting food. Create, we got the one for fluid pipes, and we got the one for mechanical pump. That give us some more belts, and I think both of them were more belts. So that is it. Alright, so that has us to that point. Now we go back in here to our mechanical mayhem. That has actually opened our computer stuff. That opened our computer science stuff. Mechanical mayhem. Our next bit of business is to make the fluid encapsulator. Fluid cell frame. We looked at all this stuff. It's a bunch of copper, bronze, copper. Yep. Let's get to this point. Alright, so we're back. So we need some sulfur, and we have been making sulfur the hard way. Well, not the hard way, but the only way we've had to be able to do it right now, which is making it in the cooking pot. But now that we do have our crushing wheel set up and we do have silk touch, we should be able to get you can see the sulfur falling. That is what I'm talking about. That is what we want. We want sulfur. I didn't mean to pick that up, but I did. So basically we can do sulfur that way. Anything that we come across, if we come across quartz ore, or not quartz ore, but sulfur ore you can, but nether quartz, coal, lapis, and then like I said, sulfur, which I have yet to see sulfur ore. So, but now we've got 22 sulfur, which is nice, and a handful more of that, and we don't have to worry about doing all this. We should be able to come in here now and set this guy up. I don't know if I can connect this up the way I want to, which is from this guy to this guy. Yeah, I didn't think so. And there's stuff in the way doing it there. So for the time being, let's do that and that. That is not going to connect there either. We need some of these guys right here. 2 copper, we've got enough for that. 2 copper. 2 terracotta. That gives us 8 of those. Let's break this guy. Let's put this guy here. Now we should be able to put our machine down here. Put these guys on top. Run this guy to here. Why is that? There we go. And then now we should be able to run this guy to there, and now this guy to there. And now these all should be, well, they're not going to get power because I don't have anything in it. That is not getting power. Why are you not getting power? Because I don't think this is generating power. There we go. Alright, so now we've got that. We can now get us a bucket. I just had the buckets. One bucket, 2 buckets, and our sulfur dust, and this should give us, oh, it's taking some time. It'd be so nice when we'll be able to get some actual real power going and get some of this stuff upgraded. The joys of playing expert packs. But, come on. There we go. Our piece of dry rubber. That's awesome. With this guy, we can now get our blast furnace made and make plastic. But for the time being, what we need is to make cured rubber. And the cured rubber is 2 dry rubber and sulfur. Let's take a little bit of this out. Throw those in there, and this should give us our pieces of rubber. And with that, we can get our fluid cell made, which will allow us to make the engineer circuit table, and we'll be able to make our tar producing machines to get into all the other stuff. That's what we're waiting on. 2 pieces cured rubber. We need some more of that. I'm going to go ahead and make enough rubber to make our fluid cell. And we'll go from there. So I'll be back. Alright, so we are taking a different approach to this. I have decided to go back and instead of going towards the fluid cell and the tar this episode, because there's a lot of stuff that we've got to do it, we're going to work towards getting our smeltery set up. That'll give us a chance to start doubling some of our ores here, and it'll save us from having to use this guy here to mix some of the ores. But we do have grout. Grout recipe is the exact same that it always is. The only difference is it can only be done can only be cooked in the induction smelter or inside of the actual smelter. The actual first smeltery that we do is actually disabled in this pack, and we can't use it. So that is kind of where we are right this minute. I am trying to get everything together to do this, and I have got a ton of stuff I've got to get more andesite. Always running out of something. Alright, so we have everything together that we need now to make the magma crucible. There we go. It is now made. Let's place him up because we're going to need to have him there for a reason. I need a connector, and we've got wire. So let's place this guy here. And he should be getting power. Beautiful. Alright, so that's taken care of. Our next bit of business is going to be to make our smeltery controller, which we are going to need. Let's empty that out. Let's fill that guy back up. So we're going to need a seared casting basin. We are going to need a seared heater. We are also going to need our faucets, I do believe. And if I am not mistaken, we should be able to do this. We need not grout. The controller, we need 4 copper ingots for this. Let's do that. That is burning through more power than we've got. That's alright. We got this. I don't know exactly how we're doing this. Output. There we go. And this gives us our controller. Beautiful. We got that figured out. So that's all of that. That should open our Tinker stuff. Well, it's already open. That gives us some XP. Tinker's Planner. This pack allows you to plan out materials and upgrades as you go. We'll have to look into that. I don't know nothing about that. Tinker's Exploration. Add some areas to explore. We know about that. And then it's getting into the patterns and all of that stuff. Gadgetry. I know about most of that stuff. Couple of islands, yes, we know about. And that's to get us into the slime islands. And this gets us into our stuff. We can do all of that. But the main thing I want to do right now is, actually before we do all this, I guess we need to just go ahead and start making some of this stuff up. So we've at least got the quest as we go along. I have sticks on me. Alright, so patterns. There's just a bunch of patterns. Beautiful. That's going to give us the material as a new book. Puny smelting. Piece of grout and a book. We've got books somewhere. I don't know where. I found them. So, a piece of grout and a piece of book. That gives us for smelting and casting. We know about that stuff. That's going to give us some common tinker's loot. That's going to give us some more grout. And some more grout. That gives us a lantern with some tinker's bronze inside of it. Seared smelter. We've got this guy made. We've actually got those. That we've got to make another melter. Well, let's go ahead and do it for the quest because we're going to have to. There's that. And there's that. And that task is complete. All it wants is we can break this stuff. We're not using it now. All that is done. Beautiful. I just want to see what we get loot-wise. We got another liquid light. That has uranium in it. I believe we can use these. Yeah. Well, I'm not exactly sure how to get those out. We'll figure it out later because right now we don't need to worry about it. Alright, so that quest is now complete. That gives us another one. We're down to where we can start making some different tools. We can make our part benches, so we can do all of that. We need this guy here, the Mighty Smelting Book. That is going to be a book and a seared brick. That's taken care of. Epic. And then this gets us into our controller, which we'll have to do all that. It's pretty much the exact same stuff. We need to make glass. I don't know why we have to make the glass, but we got to make the glass. We need to make the chutes and the drains. We can do all that. I don't have any space on me. I have got to get some space. That gives us some mana steel. Oh, that gives us mana steel. It's not going to do us any good. Elementium. Let's put this stuff up. That. We're going to need our copper. Alright, so let's get some stuff made. Alright, so we got this guy set up. It's not very big, but I think what we're going to wind up using it mostly for is if we need a whole bunch of something, we can throw it in here and double it. But the main thing we're going to wind up using this for is going to be for our gears and our rods and stuff like that that we need. If we go in here and look, we've got, of course, our rod cast, we've got gear cast, ooh, we've even got wire cast. Doing this is going to save us a whole lot of resources. So with this, that only shows that, really? That's just weird. But like the gears, we can use this for the gear cast. See, this one shows us, no it doesn't, oh this one. It just takes 4 ingots. We don't have to do the plates. We don't have to do the nuggets and all that stuff to do it. We can just straight do that. I don't see any use for this other than that. We'll have to look at that to see what we can do with it. Matter of fact, we can do that. Well, no, we can't. I don't have any lava. But while we're talking about it, let's go ahead and figure this out, because I still have a piece of copper left. We have a piece of gold, and I, for the moment, can just go grab us a couple of buckets of lava, and we can be done with this. Alright, so we're fixing to find out what this is going to do. Nothing. That doesn't work for us at all. Well, I was kind of hoping. It's alright. We can go get... Let's make us... Do I have any gears left? I think I've used all the gears that I have. Yep. Aluminum. And that. Let's make a copper gear. Let's grab... I got some copper. Let's grab a piece of... Actually, we could probably just use this. But I'll grab a piece of gold just in case. I have random floating X's everywhere, and I've yet to figure out why that is a thing. Oh wait, that may... No, I don't know. Anyways, let's put that in there. That will smelt down. We have a gear. I don't think gold and copper mix for anything. So let's do that and that. And let's see if we're going to get our gear. Oh, that's lovely. Now I can just make a bunch of these. And we also have a plate one. Can we? Yes, we can use plates. That is awesome. No more stamping. We're moving up in the world. But with that, that's all. I don't think we have any more. We do have one more. For that. They give us a copper can. That does us absolutely no good. At least not right now. Wait, that's got molten electrum in it. but we can't use that until we find some cobalt. But with that, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.